All right, well, let's get started. Welcome to the very first video of income producing activities. I am Christy Clark, and I'm so glad to have you joining our amazing business and wanting to deliver solutions and options for health and wealth. So there are 4 income producing activities that you're going to do every day. In order to be successful in this business, there's 4 things that need to be done. In the beginning, you're going to be spending way more of your time on this income producing activity. So I just want to review the 4 things that you'll do every day. So number 1 is what this video is about, which is reaching out and contacting new people. The second thing that you're going to do is following up with the people that you've already contacted, okay? And there's another video that I'm going to link here to income producing activity number 2 and how to follow up. The third thing that you're going to do is customer service and team interaction. So one of the ways people fail in this business is that they don't consistently provide communication to their customers and team members. And so right now, since you're just now starting your business, you don't have a customer base or a partner base yet. So that quarter of, as you can see in the circle graph, that quarter of your time is going to be spent on this income producing activity that we're talking about today, the contacting new people. And lastly, what you're going to do also every day is personal development. Your business is never going to grow above your level of personal development, so we're going to talk about that. Okay, so in order to talk to new people and to include these income producing activities into your life, most people are going to need to block out those periods of time for building your business. Okay, so what time blocking is identifying pockets of time in your day that you can use to build your business. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and give you an example. But the thing is that you have to treat this like a business, like a part-time job. You can't do, you can't just treat it like a hobby, or else it's going to pay you like a hobby. So for that, you know, like you have to set expectations and you have to say to yourself, okay, this is a part-time job. Would I call out of my job if it was an emergency because I need to pick my kids up? No, you wouldn't. So you have to get in the mentality that this is your part-time job. The other thing is that typically we have very busy lives. And so there's going to be things that you need to sacrifice, just like if it was a part-time job. There's things you got to sacrifice in order to reach your goals for income. So is that going to be television? Is that going to be kids sports? Is that going to be you know, fishing on the weekend? I don't know, but something for most people is going to have to give in order to achieve this. It doesn't mean that you're sacrificing it forever. It just means that right now, your part-time job, which is this, is more important than watching TV or whatever your sacrifice is. But I'm going to highly recommend that you sit down with your family and you review what you're doing with this company. Okay, so you have to sit down with them and tell them, I got a part-time job, right? And I'm going to be working from home. Sometimes I'm going to be out of the house, but I'm still working. And so involving your family and letting them know what is going on will help them have better expectations. Okay, so whether it's your spouse, or your kids, setting them down and sharing your goals and what is going to be happening is going to be really crucial to your success. So here's an example of what a time blocking calendar, weekly calendar looks like. So As you can see, you know, income producing activities, 8 a.m. Most people are going to their job. So on the way to work, you can fit in this business. You can have a connect call. You can reach out to new people on your way to work. You can do personal development. You can follow up with somebody. You can have a conversation with a customer or one of your team members on the way to work. Then, and this is obviously a calendar of somebody who works a typical 9-to-5 job, or 8-to-5 job. So then you'll go and do your job until your lunch break, right? You have that hour period of time for you to work on your business. So as you can see in this time blocking example, I put that 3 out of the 5 days that you're working on your business during your lunch hour. You know, I want to remind you that that 1 hour lunch break is required by law. And if you're not getting a lunch break or you're choosing not to take a lunch break and you're working right through it, that means that that 1 hour you're putting into work, building somebody else's dream, and you're working for free. So you're working an extra 20 hours a month for your job. Don't you think those 20 hours a week could be used to build your own business, right? I mean, at least 12 hours if you're working 3, if you're doing like what this example shows, okay? So then after lunch, you'll go back to your full-time job. And when you get off and you're on your way to go pick up kids, on your way to the gym, on your way home, whatever the situation is, there's another half hour, depending on what your commute is, for you to be able to talk to new people, follow up with somebody, have a conversation with one of your customers or your partners, or do some personal development. That's a great block right there. Then when you get home, it's usually, or you get to the gym, right? It's usually kid time, dinner time, relaxation time. It's something right there, right? And that block of time is for that. Then kids get to bed, you get home from the gym, dishes get done, whatever your schedule is. Then before bed, there's that period of time that most people are watching TV or reading a book or doing something else. That period of time can be used to build your business. So I want you to see that Monday through Thursday, that time during the week is used for your business, right? That hour block. But on Fridays, you can see I don't have anything in my example time block. That gives you the ability to have Fridays as family movie or game night, or a date with your significant other, or happy hour with your friends, whatever it is, right? On Saturday, I want you to notice that there's a 2-hour block in there, all right? Saturdays, most people have time to get in a couple hours of work. The more hours you devote to your business, the faster it's going to grow. I'll say that again for the people in the back. The more time that you invest in your business, the faster it's going to grow. So use that time on the weekends that you have to build that. Also on Sunday, right? Lots of people like to take like a Sunday fun day, or they go to church, they want to relax the rest of the day. I recommend that you still put in at least an hour, at least on Sunday, as a planning period for you to see what you did well that week, what you could have improved on, and then time block your next upcoming week, right? Maybe you have a mentoring or training call with your leader. It's a good thing in there. Okay, so here's some tips for how to talk to new people. Okay, first of all, you have to be coachable. That is one of the #1 reasons why people fail in this business, is they're not coachable, right? The truth of the matter is that you're not going to talk to enough people if you're not coachable. And Like, listen, in the beginning, it's gonna feel awkward. It's gonna feel uncomfortable because the likelihood is you've never done this before. And that's okay, guys. It's okay. But you have to be able to be willing to get a little uncomfortable while you're learning new skills and this new system. And then soon it won't be uncomfortable or awkward. It will be very fluid and you won't even need your script. Okay. So you just have to plug into the system that we've taught you here and become a student of the system. All right. The system is here not just because it works, but because it's duplicatable. This business is all about duplication. Monkey see, monkey do. That's what we're doing here, okay? We learn from the people who have made millions and millions of dollars, people who have made hundreds of millionaires, and we're duplicating what they're doing. So that duplication involves simplicity. It has to be simple, guys. This has to be simple for you. It has to be simple for them. So in order to do that, we have to have a system. What I don't want you to do is Vasayo vomit on them. Okay, like I know it sounds funny, but what I mean by that is giving them all the information at once. You're gonna use curiosity and attraction marketing when you're talking to people, all right? You're not just going to blurt out all this is who owns it, and this is about the liposomes. Please don't say liposomes in the beginning, okay? Or to new people, because it's gonna go in one ear and right out the other. Unless you're a doctor, you haven't heard of what a liposome is, all right? So you're not going to just vomit all over them the information about this. You're gonna get them curious. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is to create a list of 100 names. All right, I don't want to hear I don't know 100 people, because the reality is that the average person knows 300 or more people. So first on your list, you're going to start with all of the people that you know in your life that are self-motivated, self-starters, potentially entrepreneurs. They are go-getters, they're hard workers, they have grit, great work ethic. That's who you're going to start with. The people that you would want to be in business with, that's who you're starting with, okay? Second are the people that you know that need a solution for health issues or wealth issues. So all the people that you know that have health issues or have complained to you about, oh, sorry, man, I can't go do that. I don't have any money. They need a solution. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. They need a solution. My back hurts. I'm stressed out. They need a solution. Then after that, on your names list is going to be everybody else that you possibly know of and can think of. Neighbors, service professionals, people who cut your hair, who do your taxes, your lawyer, friends of friends, right? All those people. What I'm not going to let you do is prejudge them though. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, they wouldn't be into this. Oh, they would never use CBD. Oh, they would never, get involved in direct sales. You're not going to do that, because the reality is the people that you want to join you in this business probably won't. And the people who you don't think will do it will. That's the reality. So don't prejudge people. You just don't know. And if you judge them, then you're taking away their ability to make that decision for themselves. And sorry, but that's not fair. So here is the golden phrase that you're going to burn into your brain. You literally are going to have dreams about yourself saying this solution, or this phrase, sorry. I think I have a solution for you, right? Someone makes a bid to you. My shoulder hurts. I'm so stressed out. I have gastrointestinal issues. That's a bid. Also a bid is, I don't have any money. I can't pay for this. I think I have a solution for you. I can't get into it right now because we're at the gym, because I have to run, because I'm in line to pick up the kids, whatever the reason is, that's your out for talking about it right now. Because the reality is, if you're watching this movie and or this video and you're brand new, you don't know all the answers. And quite frankly, you shouldn't know all the answers. If you know all the answers, you're doing it wrong. So I hope you don't know all the answers. So I think I have a solution for you. I can't get into it right now because I'm about to jump on another call, but when can you talk for 20 minutes or so? Think I have a solution for you. Can't get into it. I want to talk for 20 minutes or so. Then you're going to set up the time to do that. And that's when you're going to use Cozy to set up that meeting with a leader, that third-party validator. So this system, this phrase is using curiosity and attraction marketing, like what I was saying earlier, right? We're not going to be the direct sales people that just market to everybody that they know and just try and sell them something. Your job is to offer solutions and options, not to sell somebody something. So, okay, next. So here's a bid on social media. All right. So when someone says something, they make a post, you're going to say, hey, Sarah, I saw your post about being stressed out. I think I have a solution for you. It's a lot to text, but when can you talk for a few minutes and catch up? Or when can you talk for a few minutes? So you're telling them, I saw your post, your bid for this. I think I have a solution. It's too much to text, so I'm not going to send you a bunch of information over the internet about it, but when can you talk for a few minutes? Short and sweet. I always want you to use private message. This phrase is not something that needs to be publicly put on their post. All right, that opens other people up to seeing it and their opinion, and we don't need their opinion. All right, so I just want you to keep it focused on the relationship, right? That's what we're doing in this business, is building relationships. It's all about relationships. So what we're not going to do is mess up your relationship. Okay, so you have a warm market and you have a cold market. Some of you have heard those terms before. Your warm market is the people that you personally know, or at least are acquaintance. Cold market are strangers. All right, so how you're going to talk to your warm market is, here's a couple of different examples for you. So this one is using CBD. So, hey Sarah, hope you're doing well. Question, what are your thoughts on CBD? Then they're going to reply, okay? Most of the time, it's going to be something like, oh, I've heard of it, never used it. I think it has good benefits, whatever. Then you're going to reply, okay, cool, awesome, whatever. When can you jump on a call? I just got involved with a pre-launch CBD product with a patent and a 5% revenue share option. Not sure if you're open or not, but would love to get you the details. If not, no worries, right? If someone says yes, then you're going to get it scheduled into Cozy. If they say no, then you're just going to tell them that you know there's a lot of people looking for a side hustle or a side gig. So let me know if you come across someone who you think might be interested in getting in on the CBD boom. So that's CBD. You also can respond with something like, you know, hey, what are your thoughts on CBD? Like, then with your own personal testimony. Okay, cool. So I started using CBD for my anxiety and depression, and it's helped me greatly. I want to share my story with you. When do you have 20 minutes to talk and to catch up? All right. So that catch up part, right? Like, I want to catch up with you, is about building the relationship. Okay. So here's another example, right? About talking to your warmish market. You know, and I also want to let you guys know that all this information is found in the Google Drive. Okay. So I'll put a link to the Google Drive here so you have access to it. or you can talk to your leader about it. So your warmish market are the people that you just really haven't talked to in a while. Like maybe you know them from high school, maybe you like hung out with them a couple times years ago or something like that. They were your neighbor from 10 years, I don't know, right? It's your warmish market. So what you're gonna do is focus on rekindling the relationship first and reestablishing the rapport. So how I do that is a little acronym that's called FORM, right? So that stands for family, occupation, recreation, and then motivation. So the first thing you're going to talk to them about is their family. You know, like, hey, how's your family doing? How's your spouse? How's your kids? Like whatever it is. And then ask them how their job is going or their spouse's job if they don't have one, right? Then recreation, what you know that they like to do for fun, or ask them, what have you done for fun lately? Have you traveled? Have you gone camping? I don't know, whatever, right? And then motivation. That is when you talk about what you need to talk about, your message, your motivation. So I put some conversation starters in there for you. So like, hey, Sarah, saw your comment on mutual friends post and I wanted to reach out and say, hi, it's been forever. Hi, Jim, I came across something that reminded me of you. So I just wanted to reach out and say hello, reconnect us a bit. Hi, Jane, you know, just stopping by to say hello, how you been? Hope your day's awesome. Do you see? It's focused on the relationship. The thing about your warm-ish market is that you have to reconnect with them and figure out what their problem is before you start offering any type of solution. That feels awkward and it's weird. That's what weirdo direct sales network marketers do, is they just focus on what they want and not on the person. You're not going to do that. You are helping to change the way that people think about network marketing and direct sales, and this is how you start. Okay, cold market, right? Strangers, random people that you add on Facebook, okay? That's your cold market. What you're gonna do is get right to the point. I don't want you to just beat around the bush and try and create a relationship with this stranger. They're gonna think you're weird. They're gonna think you're trying to sell them something. So don't do that. So what you're gonna say is, hi, Jim, I know we don't know each other, but I see that you live in Colorado. I'm actually looking to expand my business there, and I'm wondering if you're open to taking a look at what I'm doing in the CBD and nutraceutical space. If not, no worries, smiley face. That's it. You see how it wasn't beating around the bush? You told them exactly what you're looking for and what you want to do. I told them, if not, don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Took the pressure off of them. So if they say yes, you're going to do the same thing. Get their number and get a time scheduled and cozy with a leader. If they say no, no problem. Thanks so much for responding. Much appreciated. That's it. And this is a numbers game. All right. So the more that you send this out, the more it's going to come back and respond for you. So here is some common objections that people get, especially if you're sending it via text. So I do recommend that you just pick up the phone and call someone. All right. I know a lot of you, what's going through your head is, yeah, but people don't like to talk on the phone. Not necessarily true. Okay. Some people are like that. I've found that younger generations are less likely to want to talk on the phone, but they still do. So a lot of the times you're going to be introducing this and sending this via text. So I wanted to talk about some common objections via text and what you can say. So send me an email. That's a big one, right? Okay, cool. Send me an email about it. So what I say is, because the market's so competitive and we're offering a 5% revenue share, the first step is a call. If you determine that this is a fit, then we can send you tons of info. The reality is, if they're not willing to get on a phone call, they're not willing to do what it takes to build this business. So let it go and move on. You're not going to drag people along in this. All right. So Next one, what's the name of the company or what's the product name? It's called CBD1. There isn't, it's really new, so there isn't a lot of info on it, but once you get, but on the call, I can give you all the details. Once you get on the phone, I can give you the details. Okay. So the reason why we don't tell people, oh, the company name is Vasayo, is because every time they're going to go to Google, they're going to Google it, they're going to do their own research, and they're going to make a decision about it before they even have all the information. There's no way that they can get the full value of this company and the product by reading a website. It's just not possible. So they're not going to know all the details about Dallin, that we have a 20-year worldwide exclusive patent on this, that the company's only 2.5 years old at this point, right? They're not going to learn or know all those things. They're not going to know about the revenue share that's currently available, right? That sort of thing. So they have to get on a call. So sometimes people, the third objection, right from the get-go will be like, okay, how much does it cost? Well, it's free to jump on a call, LOL. Okay. So there's actually a different number of price points to get started, depending on how involved you want to be with the launch, but we'll go over that on the call. So again, a lot of these are on the text script sheet. So here is some key language we're going to need you to avoid like the plague. All right. Any network marketing term, which is upline, downline, auto ship, MLM, meeting/presentation, and the word team. That all is network marketing language, and it turns people off. Like I said before, we're trying to change the way people think about this by our behavior in growing our business. But these are terms that they don't need to learn or to hear, rather. What I want you to learn is these words instead. So when you're talking about your leaders, I want you to call them business partners or mentors, right? I want you to talk to my partner, all right? So your downline, or the people that you have in your business, you can call them your partners, right? I don't really like the word team, okay, or downline. I like my CBD family, right? My business partners, whatever. Auto ship, bless. Please, please do not use that word. Okay, the word we use is subscription. In this company, it's technically called LCP, Loyalty Convenience Program. People don't really know what that means, so just use the word subscription. It makes sense. People know about magazine subscriptions, subscribe and save on Amazon. That makes sense. It's a subscription. You get it every month. MLM. Nah. Use the word direct sales. Direct sales is way better than saying, oh, it's an MLM, right? It's a direct sales company. And a meeting or a presentation, listen, people at their 9-to-5 jobs go to meetings. Do you think you like going to meetings? Do you like going to meetings? Probably no. Do you like going to events though? Yep. So call them events. Something else that I want you to avoid saying is, well, you would be so good at this. There's so much pressure when you tell somebody that. Don't tell them you would be so good at this. Let them think about that and come to that conclusion themselves. It's just a lot of pressure. And the last thing I want you to avoid doing is anything that sounds like begging. You don't need to beg people, right? We have the top opportunity in this industry right now, the top side gig available. You don't need to beg anybody. Oops, what happened here? Sorry about that. Oh, I did. Oh, it's over. Okay, so let me go back. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so that is what I want you to focus on when you're talking to new people. Your goal in talking to new people is to get them on a call. All right. So that call allows you to use your leaders, me and other people, as your resource. So, thank you for joining this video. The next one I want you to, I'm going to link here in the video for income producing activity number 2, which is how to follow up. Bye.